Opinion: Raptors deserve celebration, but Warriors injuries denied NBA fans classic finals. Oakland, California. There will be no asterisk attached to this team, nor should there be one. The NBA but outside of Canada, where they will rightfully celebrate this as one of the greatest sports moments in a nation's history, this will be remembered as one of the saddest finals we've ever seen. Because of the Raptors didn't win it in Game 6 as much as the Warriors physically fell apart, then fought off just enough of their demons down the stretch to hold on to a game that probably shouldn't have been so hard. No Kevin Durant. And then, by the end, it felt like Stephen Curry all alone, fighting 1 against 5. He was almost up to, make no mistake, Toronto is the deserving champion. Between the Raptors, in fact, it literally took a Chris Webber at Michigan moment, Draymond Green calling a timeout when Golden State didn't have one with 0.9 seconds left before the Raptors could exhale and even slightly begin to celebrate. In the end for Toronto, this has to be as much relief as joy. But it's also a little bit sad, because there were moments the first quarter of Game 5 when Durant was drilling threes, the entire first half of Game 6 when it seemed like this series could have been a true classic. Moments and if there'd been a Game 7 with Thompson and momentum and the Raptors starting to lose some belief, this was destined to be the coin flip of all coin flips. Instead, it was like a zombie film where the living found a way to escape without getting bitten. Credit guard Fred VanVleet, who made massive three-pointers in the fourth quarter to settle the Raptors when they were grinding through some tight possessions. Credit point guard, but when an NBA season ends, we like to be able to draw conclusions about what we just saw. Unfortunately, Canada should celebrate what happened over these last 2 weeks and celebrate hard. You never know when but for the rest of us, we can only conclude that injuries robbed us of what might have been one of the most dramatic moments in NBA playoff history. Could Golden State have actually pulled this off with one more body intact? Sadly, follow USA Today sports columnist Dan Wolken on Twitter. This article originally appeared on USA Today. Related slideshow 2019 NBA Finals provided by Iman.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.